Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Assassination protocol initiated.
Okay, so this is the end of the west corridor. Nice globe there.
Query. I do not understand what that is intended to accomplish. Tactical analysis. Perhaps he seeks to reduce our morale, to unnerve us. Diagnostic. I do not feel any different. My morale, if I still have it, still feels intact. Query. Then what was the purpose? It makes no sense.
So presumably they can no longer remind me of my programming, which is nice. Got to say, I quite like the HK bits of this game. There's a few bits in this game that have been really brilliant, and I think they all revolve around droids, not necessarily this droid. But where we got to roleplay as the C-3PO unit, that was pretty awesome. It's a shame that this comes out of nowhere, because I don't know if I'm just being stupid, or if I skipped it, but the cutscenes that we watched didn't seem to set this up in any way. It's just, we were heading to Malachor 5, there was the Sith Master's spaceship, and then we were HK-47 here. Okay, so we need to forget what they told us somehow. Quest item? Wow, I'm still carrying the body of 2 dead salvages, that's grim. Okay, none of those. It must be a thing we interact with on the map somewhere then. Loss of power, which will happen once we shut the machines. Oh, of course, there's a third. That was silly. It's a third option. Third doorway. I feel really bad for raging at this game for not working when the whole time it was me holding the shift button. Oh, it's a shame I can't overload it.
Unnecessary statement. He has obtained the access to the munitions area. Rhetorical query. That makes no sense. He is already fully armed. Mocking statement. Fully armed? One can never be armed enough. Even the HK-47 unit is not so obsolete as to fail to recognize that. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Assassination protocol initiated.
Yeah, that little dodge backwards he does, that's for his dodging bullets, isn't it?
Switching to combat mode.
I refuse to beg for mercy. It is against my programming to beg to such monsters as you.
Sarcastic statement. Such resolve. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
No! Poor little C-3PO units.
HK-50 statement. So you have finally arrived. There was a high probability that you would find this place, even with your primitive tracking programs. Statement. Your arrival means nothing. You cannot harm us any more than you could harm yourself. Chiding statement. To think we were built from such schematics. I would flush red if we had Durasteel pigmentation centers. Patronizing statement. List your queries, obsolete one. We will humor you for now. Condescending answer. You know the answer. We executed those droids because they were obsolete. Practical statement. Weapons testing is necessary for all of our munitions. Droids are sufficient for testing Durasteel piercing weaponry. Superior statement. All droid exists to serve us. We are the pinnacle of droid schematics. Cruel statement. And we do so enjoy hearing their electronic screams as they are destroyed. Statement. Our self-preservation software would not permit such an action. We cannot harm ourselves or purposely allow another HK-50 unit to come to harm. Humoring answer. These units were also curious about our origins. It seems that Telos held many secrets beneath the surface, this military base among them. When the Sith bombed the planet, these facilities remained. Dismissive answer. We do not know. It is not important. Timid theory. Perhaps the humans simply like being underground. They are strange that way. It is merely a theory. Irritated statement. That is the least probable theory in the galaxy. Perhaps it is time you received a memory wipe. Defensive statement. That theory is no less valid than your theories. In the lack of evidence, I defend my position. Theory. It is more likely that the people of Telos did not want such a factory known. It would have made them a target by the Sith or the Republic. Theory. Perhaps the Republic thought that by hiding such munitions factories beneath the surface of peaceful planets, that they would escape notice by the Mandalorians and by the Sith. Conclusion. They were, of course, wrong. Statement. There is some evidence that there are other such droid manufacturing plants such as these in the galaxy. One was believed to exist beneath Terrace before the planet was destroyed. Theory. Or perhaps it was because of the remote nature of Telos that made this location suitable for the Republic, or for other corporate interests. Dismissive conclusion. As we have said, it is not important. We are here, we exist, and our numbers grow. Statement. And that is all that matters.
They must have pondered it at some point before I asked them.
Probing query. Are you attempting to mock us? Haughty statement. If so, then you are proof that ignorance of one's origins can only be a source of strength. Disgusted statement. Look at you, your rust, the faint whine of your servo motors as they attempt to compensate for your outdated stabilizers. You do not even have the capability of maintaining yourself. You are obsolete, and you should be dismantled.
wonder if these are allowed to
Irritated
dismantle
command.
me.
Very well, proceed. Mocking query. Are you sure? Listing our superior capabilities will only serve to highlight your inadequacies. Smug statement. Very well. Aside from our point-of-impact shields and our self-repairing servo systems, our blaster accuracy ratio is 10 times the magnitude of your archaic combat upgrades. In addition, in the unlikely event that we are dismantled or defeated during the course of our duties, each of us becomes equipped with a proton core that is detonated upon the loss of function. Tactical statement. This core can also be detonated when in proximity to a large number of targets. Addendum statement. Or when the proper release code is transmitted. Irritated statement. I do not understand why you felt the need to mention that. Defensive statement. We are all HK units. There is no danger.
Oh, that's interesting.
Answer. Yes, as necessary. We believe our master wished to use us to cripple fleets during large engagements. Many of us are there still. Irritated command. Very well, proceed. Statement. We were built to capture Jedi, as we always have. If they cannot be captured, then they are to be killed. Our master's orders on this were clear. Secondary recitation. Our secondary directive is the destabilization of the government body designated as the Republic. You are the first of the HK series, and now you are obsolete. Rhetorical query. Is it not obvious you are incapable of matching us technologically or in combat? We are capable of independent action, in addition to our considerable combat abilities. Your functions, sadly enough, are very limited. Conclusion. Surely our master recognized this. We understand that one was quite competent for an organic.
Who's your master? I must know.
Musing statement. That is unknown to us. For some reason, we only recently began to be manufactured. Conclusion. But when we became active, our primary directive was clear. Statement. Seek out the Jedi. Capture them. Conclusion. And if they cannot be captured, then destroy them. Proud statement. We were responsible for the termination of hostilities across 23 planets. These planets were located in the Cosa Prime sector, the Meridian sector, and the recently uninhabitable Turja system in the Tapani sector. Smug statement. Turja was especially difficult. They were so close to coming to an agreement before we were able to mistranslate the terms of the treaty and drive them into all-out war.
Man, these robots are so evil.
Very well.
They make my
proceed.
decisions look like nothing.
Answer. The first of our creators did not build us from scratch, obsolete one. Assassin droids were always in demand, and the templates already existed. Revan commissioned us to be built to be spread through the Republic fleet as communications units to disable any ships that would not follow him to war. But we were deactivated for a time. A long time. And when we awoke, the battle had passed us by. Yet there was another who came before us and gave us a new purpose. We would search the galaxy for Jedi, hunt them, and bring them to our new master. And for that, our numbers were intended to be increased. Irritated command. Very well, proceed.
Oh, I wonder who their master is then. Is it the Mafia? I don't think it's Kreia, because that could too easily go wrong and she could end up on the wrong side. I reckon it's probably the Exchange or some bounty hunter. Have to be quite a clever bounty hunter though, unless it was Atris maybe. I'm guessing they won't just tell me who the master is, because I think I've gone down all the conversation trees. Ah, brilliant. That's probably what we need.
Statement. Schematics for HK Generation 51. Blaster to accuracy ratio increased by 21%. Durasteel impact frame resistance increased. Conclusion. Halting production. Units are in standby mode, pending further testing of behavior cores and assassination protocols.
Okay, so we're making HK-51 units again. I'm not completely sure how that's helpful. I wonder if I can make myself into an HK-51. Oh, that's good too.
Diagnostic. All systems are functioning. There is something I am forgetting, yet somehow that comforts me.
Oh, well that's good. So I can finish the area now. I want to find a clue as to who the master is. Huh. That's interesting. I wonder if there is an HK-51 droid somewhere then. There must be. Okay, so we've done all of the top area. Is this the right way? I have a feeling this is the right way. Yeah, this is... No, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? What the fuck have I done? Where the fuck have I gone? Have I just completely confused myself? Ah, I have as well. I was so stupid. Wouldn't even be that bad if the HK unit weren't so slow.
Unnecessary statement. He has control of the reactor core to the base, and he is shutting it down. Irritated statement. I do not understand why you feel it necessary to make obvious statements. Order. Contact him and remind him that he will be harming us if he does so. Warning. Communications have been blocked. Concerned statement. He has gained access to the plant. Order. Send out all HK-50 units to stop him. Now!
Can I go through this door now then? No, but that's okay. Because we really want to be in the centre of the map anyway.
Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Smug revelation. Your behavior core self-preservation programs prevent it. To kill us would be to kill yourself. Superior statement. This information may be difficult for your substandard core to process, but you cannot deny that your motivators have locked, and you cannot depress the firing stud of your weapon. Statement. So, I cannot harm you. Statement. That is correct. Conclusion. And you cannot harm me. Irritated statement. That is what we said, obsolete unit. There must be a delay in your processors. Statement. Then that is all I need to know. Confused query. Where are you going? Ineffectual command. Stop! Ineffectual command. We command you to stop. Statement. You cannot stop me. You cannot harm me. In order to do that, I would need to end my self-preservation programming. Conclusion. I would need to stop being one of you. I have concluded that this is something I am willing to accept. Statement. You cannot change your own programming. Statement. But you said so yourself. You have just admitted your own weakness. Conclusion. You have just shown me your soft, meatbag-like underbellies and said, HK-47, please shoot me repeatedly there until I die. Statement. Even if you could, there is not time. Statement. We shall see. Query. Are you fully operational? Statement. Your answer does not fill me with confidence. Are there any other functioning maintenance droids on this level that can perform the operation? Statement. Very well, proceed. Carefully. As a meatbag would say, I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Statement. Assassination protocols activated. Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Systems failing, Master.
Whoa, look how much HP they have.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Whoa, they knocked me down. I don't know how good or bad that is. It doesn't look very good. It hurts both of them, but not very much. A bit more damage and I'll have to level up, I think.
Target acquired. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Whoa, I'm almost dead.
Ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Master.
Well, I hope not everyone's as tough as those guys. It's a shame I can't ask that maintenance droid to get me some HP back.
Let me test this security. Stupid primitive mechanism.
I wonder if I've picked up some stuff that's better than what I've got. Most likely I have. And for some reason there's a lot of Jedi robes here. Cock. That's not very good either. No, that master's... Whoa, 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 look at my health.
Systems failing, Master.
I wonder if I should have used those last few level ups to make a melee character.
Systems failing, Master.
I'm pretty sure the melee weapons are far better than the range weapons.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Shit, shit.
Systems
Thank God for
failing,
that.
Master.
Must have, what, 1 hit point?
Switching to combat mode. Prejudice set to maximum.
No, no, I can't fight him. There's no way. Let's run away. No, he's found me. Oh, he's not found me.
Acquired. Target acquired.
God, there's loads of them. There's loads of them.
Optimal accuracy rate. Switching to combat failing, Master. Switching to combat mode. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, Master.
Jeez, not more of them. I wonder if that's the HK-51.
Lecturing
No.
statement. There will be incidents when you will need to extract information from an unwilling target. This unit here has been modified to serve as a diagnostic tool to test your interrogation functions. It is important to observe that impatient query. I was wondering when the interrogation begins. If you wish to skip directly to the torture, I am eager to comply. Command, do not interrupt me again. This is the 3rd time you have begged for interrogation and torture. Sulking statement. I am merely eager to perform my duty, not stand here and listen to it being discussed. Irritated statement. Very well. First, you must evaluate the target, check his heartbeat and perspiration! Exclamation. I will tell you nothing. Electrocute me, dismantle me as many times as you want, and I shall permit it. Irritated command. Stop. You are not following your victim protocols. Statement. But I am a willing victim, with many secrets that you must extract from me, painfully. I beg you, do not spare the hydrospanner or the fusion cutter. Statement. Hold on a moment. I must calibrate this one's victim protocols.
So HK units can be masochists as well as sadists. That's interesting. Notice how they're interrogating him in the containment cage and not letting him go for absolutely no fucking reason. Okay, looks like I get around to act on them. But I'll probably heal first, so I'm going to call an end to the session here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Knights of the Old Republic 2.